how did the moon give the sun a haircut?
How?
Eclipsed it.
All right, everybody. Hey, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. My name is Mathis, and with me is my terrible comedian friend, also co-owner, co-runner, and all that stuff of the Lost Initiative channel, Scott, also known as Daleric. I was going to open this a little bit more formally, but that joke is what's going to take us in, and you can live with us. You can live with that for the rest of your life. And I want to welcome you guys to the Lost Initiative, a Patreon page. Scott and I actually for a very long time have been debating whether we want to do a Patreon page, and then when we decided yes we do, we then spent another month or so fleshing out everything and how we wanted to go about it, and now's the time where we tell you why we're actually doing a Patreon page for this show. So Lost Initiative is 9 months old. It's not even a year old, though we've, in that short 9 months, we have been lucky enough to have a relatively successful D&D show on Twitch, to have amazing friends who jump in and play with us, to have awesome special guests from all walks of YouTube life and Twitch life. And it has been actually one of my favorite projects I think I've ever worked on within this internet entertainment industry. And it's been really fun to bring Scott into the internet entertainment industry. It has been an exciting adventure for both of us. Who's been in deep in it for a long time, and then to watch Scott just figure out what a meme is. For that time, obviously, ever since the inception of Lost Initiative, Scott and I have had big, obviously, pie in the sky hopes and dreams of what we want to do with Lost Initiative, how we want to go about it. And a lot of that obviously requires time and money that we currently don't have. But Lost Initiative has still been growing at a very steady pace, but we want to try and give it that extra oomph, that extra boost that we don't currently have in the show right now. Now, for the longest time, all of our friends, including ourselves, have been doing this for free. Any money from the subscriptions of Twitch has gone directly back into the show, art assets, emotes, all that other stuff. And it's been basically a break-even kind of investment for Scott and I. But what we want to do is be able to bring in special guest DMs, special guest players, one-shots for rule systems that might be brand new, an entire special guest cast for one-shots, and all of that obviously includes needing the need to make art assets for those shows specifically, paying the guests to jump on, and we'd like to pay all of the people who've been playing with us for 31, 32, 33 weeks, or however long it's been when this video ends up going live. Yep. That'd be really awesome. So we decided, Patreon is probably the best way to go about it, so why not launch a Patreon page? The community around Lost Initiative, I think you can agree, Scott, has been awesome. Oh my god, I love them. They make every single show amazing, and one of the things we wanted to do with Patreon that we talked about is being able to give back as much as we possibly can to those who end up, pledging their support on Patreon. And I think we've done a pretty good job. We kind of laid out all the rewards, and we're going to go through those rewards right now. So, Scott, why don't you open up with the first couple of tiers, what we're going to be offering with those, and why we decided on what we chose for those reward tiers.
Absolutely. You get to ramble on, and I'll read a script. Let's see. The first tier, it's the $1 tier. It's for first level characters. This is just us saying thank you for you just popping by and supporting us. At this tier, we actually give you access to the Patreon only feed, so little things that we happen to throw in the Patreon and whatnot. But it's also going to be all the player character PDFs updated for you. So up until this point, the PDFs have not been put out there for everybody. All of them will be prepared for you, so you can follow along what's on the character sheets, with what powers they have, abilities they have. Sometimes chat loves to throw in suggestions of what spells they should cast or how they should interact with combat. But they don't really know exactly what those characters have. They're kind of making guesses based off of what they've seen before. But as you know, with casters, that can actually switch as you gain levels and so on. So we actually throw that back to you so you can even be more involved with chat and everything. It's a great way for us to get you involved there. At step 2, that's the second level character. $2 or more. At this one, we actually have show MP3s. You see, every single solitary show, Mathis has been holding on to those MP3s for the best of the ability. But to be able to service those, to be able to give them out to everybody, actually costs a bit of money, which is the only reason why we haven't put them out there, because you have to pay for the hosting to be able to do that. So with this happening, we're actually going to be able to pay for the hosting so you can grab the MP3s. So if you're either somebody that just likes the listening or a lurker in general, or you just want to catch up on old VODs, or you just love my sultry voice while you're driving in the car, you can
continue.
You can grab the MP3s. That also gives access to the Discord server in Black, so you can join the community and hang out and chat there, as well as, of course, this is always going to include the previous awards. Next up is going to be the 5th level character. With this one, you're going to get the bi-monthly war stories. Yes, I said war stories. I said war stories. You know what they are. They're coming back. War stories are going to be the $5 more people. This is going to include Mathis and myself sitting around and talking about experiences that we've had in the past. And occasionally we're going to have guests popping in and telling us about their favorite experiences they've had at tables and sharing them for you. So there's a little bit of exclusive video there, as well as thank you shout outs at the end of every video and Discord name in green. Mathis, 10th level character. I don't think you've ever been one.
Actually, I have, and I have plenty of times. So obviously, 10th level characters are going to get, which is the $10 tier, everything that we've already mentioned, as well as access to the Discord with your name in red, which is obviously the color of your enemy's blood. 25th level, which is the tier after that, which is $25 or more, is what we kind of call the GM experience. A lot of people want to know what's going on behind the screens when Scott DMs, or if, temporarily while I'm DMing doing the vampire thing. If you want to know what we're doing, what we do to prep the show, we're going to be recording everything that we do behind the scenes. So whatever character sheet Scott has whipped up for whatever bosses we may be facing, or if you want to see his rolls just to make sure he's not cheating.
Oh, it's more than just that.
Chances are he's cheating, just saying.
Whoa. Ignore the rules part. Hey, keep the secrets to yourselves. Not even Mathis knows the truth.
I know.
Okay, so ignore that. It's also, you get to see behind the fog of war.
Yes, correct. All the monsters are placed.
Yeah, because I do everything in Roll20, and so I use the fog of war, and I use the what's the other bit there? They call the dynamic lighting all the time, so you actually get to see where things are. You can see when I go, oh shit, the party probably can't handle this, and they throw some bad guys off the map, or I go, well, motherfuckers handle this too quickly, and I throw shit on the map, or if I'm like, oh shit, I probably didn't prepare for this, and you literally see me like throwing dynamic lighting on the map before they even get to it. You get to see all those things happening while I'm just sitting there and smiling and looking pretty. Yeah, I'm not doing anything right now.
The glorious life of a dungeon master is what that is.
It's just a whole bunch of bullshit.
Exactly.
But in 75th level.
I was going to say, there's an art to being a bullshitter. And if you want to learn how to be a better bullshitter, that is what the highest tier, the $75 tier, is all for. The $75 tier will net you a 1 or more hour hangout. Monthly hangout? Is that what we decided on?
Yeah.
1 hour or more monthly hangout with DM of your choice. Likely going to be Scott. Scott has been DMing pretty much since he's been playing D&D for like 15, 16 years or more at this point. And if you have you want to get advice, just hang out with him, or advice to how to run your campaign, maybe you're already running. That's what this will net you.
I mean, it could be anything from how do you handle a character, characters that are in your party. How do you handle PCs that are in your party? How do you handle plots and plot boarding? How do you come up with a nifty idea? Maybe you literally just want to hang out and talk about building a character instead of like the DM perspective. You literally just like, hey, help me build a character from ground up. What can we do to make this concept? I'm here for you. You know what I mean? I'm totally willing to hang out and chat and everything. So.
As a player of Scott's DMing style for at least 15 years, I can tell you many times I've said, Scott, here's my concept. Help me make this character. And Scott has disappeared for like days creating breaking down like multiple classes from different magazines to help make a great class. That is like his forte. I'm just saying that's his forte. Yeah.
What I've always done in the past, one of my favorite stories is the time I did it for our buddy Dave, spent countless hours making a class for him. And then he was just like, nah, I'm not going to do that. It's like, oh!
Yep. Well, that happens more often. Obviously, all the higher tier rewards have everything from the lower tiers involved in them as well. So don't think you're just getting the DM hangout; you're getting everything else below it. And and obviously, it's a huge thank you if you ever end up going that high of a tier. With Patreon, your help, we can take Lost Initiative and make it what we want it to be. It's an amazing show as is, and it can only get better with time. And with your help, it can be even better.
Oh, we forgot to apply the goal. Because with Patreon, you're supposed to have goals. We're supposed to apply a goal called Get Mathis a Tan.
Right, that's true. Yeah, I completely forgot about that one.
Oh, God. He actually came out this year. It was during the eclipse.
Yeah.
He came out for a little while.
I looked directly at it. I'm trying to tan my eyes. Honestly, though, if you guys decide not to obviously support on Patreon, you just want to watch the show, we want to say thank you for being with us for these 9 months, almost a year now. It's been an awesome, awesome ride. And if you do decide to support us on Patreon, a huge thank you from both of us to you. We're so excited to bring this show into its second year. We have so many cool show ideas, and we're excited to see where Edge of Morality is going to end up leading in its second year. It has just been an incredible ride for both of us, and we sincerely appreciate you guys watching the show every single week. And I hope, Scott, as somebody who has just started stepping into the internet age when it comes to like internet entertainment, you've really enjoyed your steps into that.
Oh my God, it's been so much fun. It's just to go over something really briefly. I literally went from, we play in a room, that room could be really friggin' small. All of us jammed, every apartment I've ever had has always had an office because we have a D&D room. That's what we use it for. And it's always been like, we all cram into this room no matter how big or small it is, and we shut the door and nobody ever is a part of our games. It's not a fucking spectator sport. Took that and switched it around to, let's share this with everybody. And I couldn't have been more wrong in life. Going from one to the other has been so exciting. Seeing how everybody gets to enjoy the story, not just a couple of people that are immediately playing the game, and how everybody watching the story impacts it and makes the little changes. It's amazing. And it really has been quite the roller coaster ride. And I'm so excited that you conned me into doing this. So.
I didn't con you. I just used your greatest weakness against you. Marriage. Thank you guys so much for your support. Year 2 is about to hit, and it's really exciting for both of us. It's been a passion project for us both, and we thank you for any support you're able to give us. And we hope that we get to show you guys some of the special ideas and campaigns we've got coming up in this second year. And we'll see you on the show. Bye-bye.
Oh, hey, Mathis.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Why does everybody that wants juice over there? Because that's the punchline.